Hello and welcome to this month's Ask the Expert. My name is Christy Nazaro and I'm the Vice President of Brand Strategy here at MoreVisibility. And I often get asked this question, what are my top tips for content marketing? And I think that I get asked this a lot because content marketing is constantly changing. But when I think about this question and my top tips, they really fall into two different categories. One is evergreen tips that really don't change or evolve too much. And then the other is the things that are constantly changing and constantly evolving over time. So when it comes to those evergreen recommendations, there's really two that I like to focus on. One is audience and the other is content strategy. So with your audience, the most important thing as a brand and a content marketer is really to focus on who those audiences are that you want to reach. Sometimes they might be existing clients or customers. Sometimes they may be new prospective clients or customers. And so in each case, the content that you might develop for them may be different as a result of who they are. Some people think about this as creating personas or profiles. I just think it's very important to define each of these different audiences and what they may need from you as a brand. And then when you think about your content strategy, what can you offer to them to help them? And so in the case of your customers, that might be frequently asked questions that they have that you learn maybe from your customer service team that you can incorporate into your content strategy in order to ensure that you are using your content to help preempt those questions or answer them in a way that is useful for your audiences. And then when it comes to prospective customers, it may be challenges or problems they have that your service or your product can solve for them. So in all of those cases, you want to think about your content strategy based on serving your audience's needs and their goals, but then also having a lot of value to you as a brand to make sure that you're driving qualified traffic to your social media channels or to your website. So one of the best things to do when it comes to that is make sure when you're creating your content strategy, you do thorough research, especially from a keyword search perspective, to understand what are folks searching for that you should target your various content to in order to make sure that it shows up in organic search. On the other side of the coin, when we think about all of the different evolving aspects of content marketing, again, there's really two areas I like to focus on. They just change in terms of what the answer to them is over time. One is format, and the other is all of the emerging technology you need to be considerate of. So when it comes to format, obviously text is very, very important, even in today's search landscape and in today's online landscape, because web pages have text on them that search engines crawlers can crawl and index and return in search results. So we do want to make sure that we have good, strong text that helps to address all of those audience needs. But in addition to that, you should be thinking about other formats that make sense for your audiences and for your content strategy. Video, custom imagery that helps explain a process or detail different solutions that you offer to your customers or your prospects, as well as some types of audio content, which could take the place, for example, of podcasts. Audio is something to really think about too when it comes to the last piece, which is emerging technology. So when we think about emerging technology, the thing that's on most of our minds most right now is voice search. And there's really two things to be thoughtful of when it comes to voice search. One is the content on your website being formatted in such a way so that it's served in any sort of voice query that happens through a search engine, which could be on a mobile device or through a standalone device like Google Home or an Amazon Echo. And then the second is those device-specific apps or applications that you can create and develop for very specific types of content that falls within your content strategy. So for the Google Home, those are called actions. For the Amazon Echo, those are called skills. And in each case, you can create, with the help of your programming team or MoreVisibility, different skills or actions to help guide folks who are within your persona wheelhouse or your persona definition to find the content that they need through voice search on those devices. So again, when it comes to content marketing in general, think about all of the foundational evergreen concepts that make the most sense for your brand and your audiences, and then think about how you can deliver that content to them in a way that meshes with the technology that they're leveraging right now in their day-to-day lives. And when you marry those two things, you should have a little bit closer, if not all the way there, to a successful content marketing strategy. So thank you for joining us this month for our Ask the Expert. If you have a question you'd like to submit for More Visibility, please email us at info@morevisibility.com and let us know what you'd like featured in a future Ask the Expert video.